Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 3 of the San Marino Challenge. Now, today's video is going to be a game against Crema, or Crema. I'm not really too sure how you pronounce a lot of these Italian sides, but as you can see, if we look at the league table here, before we get into transfers, well, lack thereof of transfers, as well as the fixtures, as you can see, we're currently sitting in first position. Now, as you can see, we do have a 4-point lead over Fiorenzuola, who have just recently surpassed Modena, who are 1 point behind them. So we have a 5-point lead on Modena, who I thought were probably going to be up there with us. But as I mentioned, Fiorenzuola have just recently hit a big patch of form, as we have. Unfortunately, our form has just dipped off in the previous 2 games. So, I'll show you the transfers first of all. There wasn't any activity, as you can see. Still the 3 free transfers, and then of course the loan signing. Nobody left and nobody came in during January. It is only a 2-week transfer window, so there wasn't really much time. And of course, we don't really have any money to spend. If you look at the finances over here, 9,000 in the red, which has just gone back up because the chairman, I think he injected 140,000, and that's basically all gone already. As you can see, we were right down there, negative 88,000, and he bumped us back up to 10. So, I mean, the projection with that money coming in doesn't look as bad as it did, but it's still pretty dreadful. If we go into the fixtures here, of course, the previous episode was the Axis Zola game. We followed that up with a 3-1 victory over relegation candidates Pavia, Gasperi, Salcuni, and Vassallo on the score sheet for us there. We then faced Classe at home. Managed to beat them 2-1. Again, another very late goal coming from Marconi, the left wing back. After we opened the scoring and they equalised 2 minutes later. And our other goal scorer there was Gasperi, yeah. We then followed that up with another victory. As you can see, we went on a nice little unbeaten run from from a while back from the cup game, essentially. This game we won 2-0, both goals coming from Vassallo, and we also had Pellini get sent off there as well. We then managed to beat Modena. As you can see, Vassallo in the 86th minute, getting the winner there. So a massive win. That, of course, actually took us over them, because I think we were still level, or we were just ahead, or something like that, very close at this sort of stage anyway. But as you can see, we did beat them. We followed that up with a 3-0 victory away from home. Gasperi with a penalty, Pasquini and Mingucci on the score sheet. We then went back home and beat... I don't even know how to pronounce this team's name. We'll go with... Chilverge? Yeah, no idea. Beat them 4-2. Pasquini with a brace, Mingucci and Gasperi as well. But we did concede 2 goals, which is pretty disappointing. We did actually win the next game as well. And that was a 1-0 victory over Sasso Marconi. Gasperi with a penalty, and Pasquini again getting sent off. The next game was a pretty tough game. Reggio Audace, and we could only manage a 0-0 draw. So of course our goal scorers couldn't score, the 3 centre mids, and of course Vassallo up front. And of course that meant that they gained a little bit of distance on us there as well, which is pretty disappointing. And as you can see, we did manage to bounce back after that with a nice little 1-0 victory over Pergo Latese. Vassallo again, another late goal, 89th minute. Really good stuff there. We then managed to follow that result up with another 1-0 victory, this time against Calvina. And then we could only manage a 0-0 draw against Oltrepo Voghera. And as you can see, Pasquini getting sent off again. Of course, Pasquini getting the goal in the previous game as well. And of course, the most recent game that I played was against Mezzolara, and we actually lost this game. And I think it was something like 22 games unbeaten in the league came to an end through Federico Sala, which is really disappointing, but I don't know. The team just didn't play well enough, and of course, we suffered as a result. However, that does leave us with today's game. They are coming 9th, Creamer. So we've got to really just try and put the pressure on, because, as I mentioned, we only have a 4-point lead at the top of the table. I'm just going to tell the boys to play their game. And we'll go with that. Obviously, I want to try and get promotion. We've got to try and win the league at the first time of asking. I don't want to languish down in the lower divisions for too long. I think getting to Series C would be, well, essentially it would be a massive step up. It would be very difficult. I'm under no sort of disillusion there. I know that the golfing quality is a lot higher, going up to the 3rd tier. But I think, we could probably attract a decent enough level, as we managed to score there through Gasperi, a decent enough level of player to sort of match the ambition of at least staying up if we do manage to get promotion. Because I have actually found this division somewhat easy. I don't want to be too cocky or confident. But of course, we did have a massive unbeaten run. And of course, we are 4 points ahead at the top of the table. So, don't want to be too confident. But I think, we're definitely going to be challenging towards the end of the season for the one automatic promotion spot. I'm still not too sure exactly how the playoff works. I'm not sure if all 8 teams, so 3 teams from the division above and the 4 teams that make the promotion slots actually verse each other, or if they go into somewhat of a knockout or play each other for the promotion. I have no idea. Maybe it's not even a promotion playoff or whatever. I'm still not too sure about that, but I don't want to go through that. I just want to go through automatically. So we have to win the league, is essentially what I'm saying. As far as subs go, I mean, Mingucci's just back from injury. So we won't keep him on too long, but I think we'll just leave it like that. I did actually forget to go through the lineup as my dogs were barking, but yeah, it's pretty much a sort of the same lineup you've seen in the last 2 episodes. I've sort of settled down with as we get a disappointing injury there, I've sort of settled down with a first 11 that is sort of playing fairly consistently. There's a little bit of rotation due to the squad rules and, of course, suspensions and injuries, of course. Come on, boys. Keep a hold of it. There we go. Break forward. Come on, Pasquini. Put it in the centre, mate. I mean, going backwards isn't really going to help us too much. Come on, boys. We're into the 90th minute. Dario. Can we finish? No, we can't. Pasquini still can't finish. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like we're going to take the 1-0 victory here. Pretty disappointing, because I kind of expected us to come out a little bit stronger after the last game. And I mean, we could actually concede it. And I would blast the boys. There we go, full time. I was gonna say if we concede the goal there, I was gonna absolutely blast them. But a nice little win gets us back on track. And interestingly enough, Fiorenzuola actually lost their game to Vigor Caponetto, which is interesting. Okay, well that changes things a little bit, because now Medina, they're still 5 points behind because they, of course, won their game. So, yeah, interesting. So we've got a 5-point lead, which I'm pretty happy with at this stage. Of course, we're past halfway. And of course, the next episode will be the Medina game away from home, which is a massive, massive game. Of course, if we lose, then, things are much, much closer. And there's a big risk that we could, of course, choke and slip down into second spot. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, that's going to wrap this episode up. Hope you'll join me for the Medina game in the next one. And apart from that, take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.